Welcome back to the Mind Matter Lifestyle. I'm Mikey Weiss, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing what is the very best diet. There are lots and lots of diets to choose from. Things like flexible dieting, counting calories, keto, high carb. There's just endless diets to read about and to choose from. But what makes a diet successful isn't so much the diet itself. It isn't the flexible dieting. It isn't the carnivore. It's not the keto. It's not the diet itself that actually makes the diet work. What makes the diet successful, what makes the diet work, is being able to stick to that diet. And not only that, being able to stick to that diet for the rest of your life. Because after all, what is this? It's a lifestyle. If you talk to anybody who has had success with changing their physique, maybe they've lost weight and kept the weight off, they're all going to say the same thing to you, which is it's a lifestyle. And with all lifestyles, they're meant to complement your life. They're meant to be easygoing. They're meant to not cause anxiety and stress. And when I talk to people about diets, whether it's through an application on my website or whether it's in person, a lot of people will have these really bad experiences with diets and with nutrition in general, and they'll look at it almost as if it's a prison sentence. Not just yesterday, I'm discussing weight loss with a client who just signed up for coaching, and she asked me if she was not ever going to be allowed to eat sugar, or if, she should splurge this week because she's not going to be able to ever go to a restaurant again. And I told her, I said, look, this is coming from your past experiences, and this is not meant to be a prison sentence. This is not meant to be something that is super restrictive or bad. This is something that's meant to, make your life better and make your life happy while still getting the results that you want. And that's really what makes a diet successful. It's of course getting the results that you want, keeping the results that you want, but also having an enjoyable life. We all enjoy food. We all enjoy going out and doing things where there are certain, circumstances where things like restriction can be beneficial. In most cases, it's really not. After all, what you restrict, what will persist. If you've ever restricted something, whether it be calories, carbs, whatever the case may be, maybe you quit drinking alcohol, the urge to do it becomes that much more. So the more you restrict, the more it will persist, because restriction is just not a great approach. It causes cravings, and you want what you can't have. Let's even take, for example, celebrity transformations. If you've ever heard a celebrity talk about getting in shape for a movie role, whether it be Hugh Jackman for the Wolverine, or like Ryan Reynolds for Blade 3, that was a big one, Gerard Butler in 300. All of these guys, and I'm sure there's some women too, you say Jessica Biel for the same movie, Blade 3, when they all talked about these really restrictive diets, these really awful diets. What happens after the movies are wrapped up? Have you ever followed any of their journeys after the movie's wrapped up? They don't maintain those physiques because that stuff isn't sustainable. And if it's not sustainable, it's not going to work out long term. So imagine if you're trying to lose weight, and maybe this has happened to you before. Imagine if you're trying to lose weight and you lose all this weight through a restrictive diet that maybe you got online, maybe someone gave you some advice, or maybe it was whatever approach you used. Well, what happens next? What happens after you lose 30 pounds, after you lose, 20 pounds or however much you lose? Well, you can't maintain this restrictive lifestyle, this restrictive diet, so you're going to gain that weight back, or you're going to stop the training. Usually these approaches are followed with very, very aggressive, high cardio, high activity, high calorie burning training to complement with this restrictive lifestyle. This is all just a recipe for a really, really, really bad rebound and a really poor experience with what is supposed to be a really, really good thing, health and fitness. And this is why 80% of people, and that's not a made up number, 80% of people don't ever finish what they start. And that's not just for health and fitness. I mean, that's for anything. Most people just don't finish what they start. Look at New Year's. New Year's resolutions. How many people actually follow through, stick to their goals, and continue making health and fitness a lifestyle after New Year's resolution comes around and, January, February. By March, most people, they've quit. They've stopped. January, if you look at the gyms, when gyms were open, when most gyms were open, they're packed. I am constantly getting people signing up and asking questions, and everyone's excited and ready to make these changes. By March, there's a significant dip. That happens every single year. And this is because 80% of people just don't complete what they started. And a lot of this has to do with not choosing the right type of, in this instance, diet or lifestyle. If we don't want to use the word diet, it really is a lifestyle. So choosing from a lifestyle that complements your life and is something that you can use for the rest of your life is the most important part of dieting. It's the most important part of choosing a nutrition approach that's going to work best for you long term. There are lots to choose from. My best advice, because I can't tell you which one of these would work best for you without really getting to know you, is choosing from one that doesn't seem so extreme. Diets that are extreme, when they remove all food groups, or when they label things as bad or good, or when they include nothing but supplements and replacements, these are diets that are usually setting people up for failure because they're really not long-term solutions. They're not something that you can, go by. If you go on vacation, or if you go out of town, if you travel for work, are you going to be able to stick to that diet? If you go to a function, are you going to be able to really, if you want to, stick to a really restrictive or a really specific nutrition approach while you're out doing stuff? Probably not. You're probably not going to be able to. Most people probably won't be able to do that. There are some people that can do that, but for the most part, they're not really able to do that. So make sure when choosing your nutrition approach that you're doing something that seems like it will work for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years. Make sure that it's something that suits your personality and your lifestyle. Because again, nutrition, it's meant to be a great thing. Too many people look at it as a really bad thing or a negative thing or just something that sucks, when in actuality, it's something that is very, very enjoyable. It's something that's very healthy physically and mentally, and it's something that can make your life even more complete. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. If you found the information we've discussed here valuable, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like to get my help personally and you'd like me to coach you, you can do so by visiting my website, themindmatterlifestyle.com. If you'd like to send me a question or a scenario and have me answer that in an upcoming video, you can do so by shooting me an email. My email is listed in the description box. Don't forget to follow me on social media, and please share this video with a friend or family member who can benefit from it. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Take care.